call your attention today again to Isaiah 61, verse 7. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double, everlasting joy shall be unto them. I want you to look at someone, just look at them again and say, double for your trouble. You may have a seat. This prophetic promise of double has no expiration date on it.
That's right.
When a rhema word is preached or declared over your life, some would put a deadline on its delivery. But when you receive a prophetic word, you may have to wait on its manifestation. Remember this. Revelation always precedes manifestation. Before God gives you anything, he reveals to you the things that he's going to do. Now, many of us don't understand prophetic words, and when they come forth, we're looking for them to come immediately. But many times God does not do anything immediately. He gives us an immediate revelation, and then we have to wait on the manifestation. Now, over the years as a pastor, I've been in the hospital, both as a patient and as a visiting pastor. I've discovered the most complex place in the hospital is not what most people think. Some would think the surgery room is the most complex place. Some would even deem the emergency room with all the hustle and bustle is the most complex place. Or even intensive care, ICU, is one of the intense places in the hospital, but not the most complex place. I've come to report to you that none of these places are the most complex places. In all three places, there are professionals there to assist you. And many times they sedate you, so then you're not totally aware of what's happening. But there's another place in the hospital that's probably more complex than any other place in the hospital. It's a quiet place. No doctors or nurses or any medical equipment. No IVs, no heart monitors. It's a quiet place. The room is full of occupants that are not sick, and they don't need medical attention. Everyone there is totally conscious. It's the kind of place where time seems to slow down. It's the place where every 5 minutes feels like 5 hours. What is this place, Bishop? It's called the waiting room. The waiting room. This is the place that you are not a patient, but you have to have patience. It's a place where you are totally out of control. It's a place that you're not allowed to see what's going on behind the closed doors. It's a place where you just have to wait on someone to tell you what's going on. And in this season, we have received the promise of double, which means that we are in line for abundant restoration. But I cannot see anything happening sometimes. How many of you have ever been there before? You've heard a word, you got excited about it, you went home, and it still lingered even after you got home. But about Wednesday, your spiritual high went to a spiritual low. Because everything you heard has not come to pass yet. Allow me to tell you where you are. You're in the waiting room. You're in the waiting room. here's the revelation that may help you in this room or in this season. Whenever you hear a word on the grace of God or the favor that restores your life, there's a waiting room nearby. Grace does not always accelerate matters. Sometimes grace slows things down. Why is it slowing it down? Because sometimes things have to slow down for your faith to catch up with your favor. Favor is not always fast. Favor doesn't always move suddenly. I know we like that word, but sometimes favor is slow. Can I get a witness in here today? Sometimes God, instead of God give you a microwave miracle, he gives you an overflow in the oven. Let me say that again. Sometimes God does not give you, come on Marshall, stay with me. And sometimes God does not give you a microwave miracle, but sometimes your overflow comes in the oven. It takes time. It takes time. And how many know when you wait on something, it may just be a special order? Some of you are waiting on something today. You're wondering why it's taking so long, because what you're desiring is not on the rack. It's not in the crowd. It's not what everybody else is getting. What you're getting is a special order. Can I get a witness in here today? It's got to fit you perfectly. And if it's going to do what it's needing to do, you're going to have to wait on it. When I did go to McDonald's, when I used to go to McDonald's, I wasn't satisfied with a quarter pounder with cheese. I asked them to put on a little extra cheese and another patty. And they said, okay. When I got to the window, I paid for it. And then they said, pull up, and I had to wait on it. And whenever you want something beyond what everybody is getting, sometimes you got to stand in line, pull up a little forward, and wait on what you have ordered. I don't know who this word is for today, and then I do know. Let me tell you something. You got to know that you're waiting on something special. Look at someone say, it's a special order I'm waiting for. Now, you go ahead and get that thing off the rack. Everybody got that. I'm waiting on okay, y'all with me now. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35 and 36 says, cast not away therefore your confidence, which has great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that after you have done the will of God, you might receive the promise. The writer says, don't throw away your confidence. Just because things are not moving as fast as you desire. Don't throw in the towel. Don't quit. Don't lose hope, because your confidence is the key to your recompense. I'm going to say it again. Your confidence is the key to your recompense. Now, what is confidence? Confidence is you believing what God has said about you. Can I say it again? It's you believing what God has said about you. Sometimes God don't say the same thing to you as he's saying to everybody else. And you got to go back to, what did God say about me? See, I'm special, I'm peculiar, I'm chosen. So God has said something peculiar, special, and chosen over my life. In Philippians 1 and 6, it said, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it out to completion until the day of Jesus Christ. You must be confident. Someone say confident. You got to have confidence that what was spoken over your life will come to pass. Someone shout, because you know it's going to come to pass. Yes, no matter how long it takes, I will not die until I see the promise of God fulfilled in my life. I need you to shout it out in the atmosphere. I will live and not die. I'm going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I'm going to stay here until God does what he said he's going to do. But you got to have confidence. I am confident. Now, recompense is to compensate, pay back, or make amends. It means restoration, fully made whole. The word speaks of God paying back your enemies. I say it speaks of the Lord paying back your enemies, but not in the way that you think. See, you think that God is going to kill him, but God said, no, I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to let him stay alive, because the greatest recompense is for them to see you bounce back. Are y'all listening to me? I'm not going to put them out of their misery. I'm going to let them stay around and see you bounce back. Somebody today, you know you're on your way to bounce back season. Oh, I don't care how the devil has set you back. I need you to hop up on your feet real quick and say, I'm getting ready to bounce back. I need somebody to put that in the atmosphere this morning and say, I'm getting ready to bounce. Matter of fact, I feel a bouncing back in my spirit this morning. I just need a couple of more bounce back kids in here today. You've been knocked down before, and the last time the devil tried, it did not succeed, because you got some bounce back in you. Sit down. I didn't mean to get this excited. Listen, yeah, but when I think of how the Lord keeps on bouncing me back, I can't help but get excited, because I'm supposed to have been dead a long time ago according to the prognosticators, but thank God I'm still here. Somebody, give somebody a high five and tell them I'm still here. See, what you don't understand is God is preparing a table in front of your enemies. Yes, God is preparing what? A table. What does that mean? And what does that mean? That means that God is featuring you in front of your foes. Y'all missed it. That was your place to shout. That was your place. Let me wind it back again, because y'all missed it. You got to get in on this hopscotch. You got to get in when it's open. Let me tell you something. God is going to feature you in front of your foes. God is not going to bless you behind the devil's back. He's going to do it right in the devil's face. But your confidence. Someone say, I have confidence. Now stop sitting there looking like a loser. You are a winner, but you got to have confidence. And if nobody else has confidence in you, you better have confidence in yourself. This is not the first time I've been here. This ain't the first time I've been sick. This ain't the first time I've been broke. This ain't the first time I've been depressed. This ain't the first time I've been abandoned or betrayed. The same God that brought me through it last time is the same God that will bring me through it again and again. Somebody need to remember who you are to God and get your confidence back. I need some people to say it with your chest this morning. Say it with your chest. I have confidence. I'll make it through this. I have confidence that I will beat this cancer. I have confidence that I'll get these bills paid. I got confidence. Your confidence is the key to your recompense. Ooh, preach, Glynn. Just go ahead and preach anyway. Don't stop believing what was prophesied about you. In other words, don't quit on you. There's a boxer named Ryan Garcia. He famously bet $2 million on himself to win as a heavy underdog against Devin Haney. It was on April 20th, 2024. He bet $2 million on himself. He won the fight by majority decision and claimed a $12 million payout from the wager. Even though he was the heavy underdog, he bet on himself. Y'all missing this. I need you to pull yourself up out of that dump this morning and tell yourself, I'm about to bet on me. Yeah, say it again, I'm about to bet on me. I may be the underdog, but I'm going to win this. Come on here today. Somebody today, you need to bet on yourself. Even though it doesn't look like I'm going to win, I am more than a conqueror. If God before me, who can be against me? No weapon formed against me. Come on here now. No weapon formed against me can prosper, and every lying tongue must be condemned. I'm not just betting on me, Karen. I'm talking to the right one. I'm not just betting on me, Karen, but I am betting on the one who lives inside of me. God, so this is for you right here today. God has never failed you. I need you to go back, look over your track record. God has never failed you. I'm going to say it again. God has never failed you. So I want you to pick yourself up and say, you know what? It's the same God that brought me out way back when. Since I was a child, he's here today to bring me out again. I need somebody to bet on yourself. Someone say, I'm a winner. All I do is win. Y'all are looking like winners this morning. I need you to rejoice. Somebody, y'all, the devil done painted a picture saying it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. You're coming out of this mess. Your deliverance is nigh. It's in your mouth. I need you to speak it into existence and tell the devil this is the last day you'll keep me sad and depressed. Hebrews 10:36, for ye have need of patience, that after you've done the will of God, you might receive the promise. The writer says that we have need of patience. He didn't say we had need of prayer, or power, or purpose. He said you need patience. Touch your neighbor and say, you need some patience. I hear someone today saying, Bishop, I'm in the waiting room of life, and what do I do to get patience? I came to tell you that the promise is right on the other side. Patience. Patience. And let me help you. This may help you get through this season. In Psalm 40, David says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. When read this scripture, it seems as though David was being redundant in his verbiage. One would say or think that waiting and patience is one and the same. But I've discovered that waiting is an action and patience is an attitude. Waiting is posturing your mind to be inactive while anticipating an outcome. I got to make myself sit down and wait. Don't move, just wait. Don't move, just wait. But patience is an attitude of endurance, saying that no matter what I have to bear, my disposition won't change. You won't even be able to tell that I'm waiting on something and it hasn't come yet, because I'm going to shout as though it's already. See, I can look at some of y'all this morning and I can see you're disappointed because hope deferred makes the heart sick, but you got to stop letting deferred make your heart sick and look at the devil and say, that's my last time being sick. I've learned to be patient with God. It's an attitude. Someone says it's an attitude. I don't know what God is doing, don't know when he's doing it, and when things are going to change, but I must trust him. So allow me to interject this. Your attitude while waiting has to be correct to see the promise. Are you complaining? You know, we do have some chronic complainers. I hate to see some folk coming. I know it's going to be a counseling session. Are you a complainer? Are you in fear? Are you in doubt? And these things are the wrong attitude for the next altitude. I'm preaching better than y'all shouting. I said these things are the wrong attitude for the next altitude. See, if you're going to have a low attitude, get ready to stay on a low altitude. I dare somebody to lift your attitude up so your attitude will take you to the altitude you've been looking to go to. Also, what I want you to know is God's timing is impeccable. He is omniscient, meaning that he knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Some believe as soon as they hear double, everything's supposed to get greater. But Joseph would tell you he had a dream and a coat of favor, but nothing happened until the right time. David was anointed and selected to be the king of Israel, but nothing happened until the right time. Abraham heard God clearly about a son, but nothing happened until the right time. Israel had a promised land, but they couldn't occupy it until the right time. The widow woman and her son were about to eat their last meal and die, but Elijah was sent at the right time. Lazarus was dead and buried for 4 days, and Jesus showed up at the right time. Galatians 6:9 says, so don't get weary in well-doing, but at just the right time you will reap a harvest of blessings if you don't give up. Isaiah 60:22 says, the smallest family will become 1,000 people, and the tiniest group will become a mighty nation at the right time. I, the Lord, will make it happen. And when we needed a Savior, Romans 5:6 says, when we utterly were helpless, Christ came at just the right time and died for sinners. Somebody, you've been waiting on the devil to do it, but God says, I got a time, and it's the right time. Someone say, the right time. Right time. I don't want to get something out of the right time. I don't want something out of season. Sit down. I'm almost coming. I'm coming. Sit down. Y'all make me feel like I'm preaching now. Listen. Isaiah 61:2 says, he has sent me to tell those who mourn that the time of the Lord's favor has come. And with it, the day of God's anger against their enemies. The time of grace has come. Someone say, it's time. Not only my time, Marsha, but it's my turn. Listen, it's not saying that before now you didn't have favor, because Psalm 30:5 says that his favor is for a lifetime. But what he's saying is there's a set time of manifestation, and it has come. God has always had you in his plan. You're not an afterthought or recent choice. He chose you before you were formed in your mother's womb. Psalm 102:13 says, thou shalt arise and have mercy on Zion, for the time to favor her. Yea, the set time is come. Someone says it's a set time. So what I've come to announce today is those that are in the proverbial waiting room, that the waiting room is not your permanent domicile. I'm going to say it again. The waiting room is not your permanent domicile. How many folk been waiting on something? Your waiting has to come to an end. God is not a man that he should lie, neither he's the son of man that he changes his mind. I come to tell somebody, wave at me if this word is for you. God has not changed his mind about me. Someone said, well, he has not changed his mind about me. My blessing may be delayed, but it's not denied. It may be detained, deterred, but it's still on the way. Habakkuk 2:2 and verse 3 says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end, someone said at the end, at the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. So here are some instructions for us in this season. Write it down. Someone say write it down. Write down what you want to see happen. But don't just write, make it plain. You got to be clear when you write. Be precise. Be detailed. Don't just write that I want to be debt free or have debt cancellation. Write down the amount that it takes for you to have debt cancellation. Y'all clapping like I ain't said nothing. Don't just write that you want to be healed, but write down everything that you need to be healed from. Don't just write down a vision of a job, but what type of salary and hours do you desire? You got to write it down and make it plain. Look at the text again. He says there are three components to this vision. You got to write it, you got to read it, and you got to run it. I'm going to say it again. You got to write it. Yeah, if you're writing today, some of y'all writing notes like you're really studious. Yeah, but when next time you're going to read what you write? So you write it, but then you put it back in a book and you never go back to read it again. So if you're going to write it, you got to read it. Write down your vision, then read your vision often so you will remember what God has promised you. And then get ready to do something about it. You got to run with the vision. Some of y'all are too lazy for the vision to ever get to pass, but you got to run it. Look at someone say, run it. You got to, I'm talking to 5 people in today. Run your vision. Get up and do something about it. Step out in faith. Make it happen. Take chances. Do something that you've never done before. See, stop looking for everybody to give you something. Oh, it's coming, somebody got to give somebody gonna give me something. You got to sometimes go out there and get what's yours. The kingdom suffered by violence, and we take it by force. Look at someone say, we got to take it by force. Go out and knock on some doors. Connect with some people. Make friends with those who are in the places that you want to be in. Run your vision. I'm going to say it again, run your vision. The lazy make excuses while the runners get their dreams fulfilled. Somebody today, you know you a runner. I'm not just a dreamer, but I'm a runner. Lastly, Habakkuk tells us, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak. Someone say, my waiting will not be always. He said, it shall speak and not lie. Though it's waiting, it's tarrying, you got to wait for it. because it will surely come. It will not tarry. When the right time comes, what you saw in Revelation will become your reality. Nothing will be able to stop it. Nothing will be able to slow it down. When God opens that door for your next blessing, it's going to come without warning. You got the warning in Revelation. Stay in faith. And so when it comes, you be ready for it. Lord, you told me 10 years ago this was going to happen. I've been looking for it. I've been waiting for it. And I want to tell somebody today, restoration is coming to you in this season. Matter of fact, I want to say it before this year is out. I'll wait for you. I say before this year is out, God is going to restore everything that the devil has stolen from you. I'm going to say it again. I want you to receive it now. This time with open arms. Say, Lord, I'm ready for it. This year, before this year is out. You know what this year, we're right in the middle of this year, but before this year is out. For some of you during this time of fasting and prayer, God's getting ready to push your blessing to the front of the line. Can someone rejoice like you know it's yours? Now, wait, don't do that yet. Let me tell you something. I'm watching some of you, you got a little taste of what God has for you, and you settle for that. You got a little promotion, you got a little house, you got a little job. Yes, you're blessed, but you're not yet a blessing. When you get this next thing that God has for you, it will not just bless you and your endeavors, but God's going to cause you to have overflow. Does anybody in this room want overflow? Lord, I don't want to just be blessed going in and coming out and in the city and in the field, but I want to be in position to bless somebody else. When the needy come to me, I want to be able to provide. I want to be your hand of provision. Lift those hands and say, Lord, make me a blessing. Say it like you're reading me. Lord, make me a blessing. Yes, I don't want just enough. I serve the God El Shaddai. He's a God of more than enough. And why would God give me a more than enough if it was just for me? I got folk around me that need to be blessed. Lord, make me a blessing. I want to pay some kids tuition. I want to help somebody stay in their home. I want to help somebody get their education. I want to help somebody, some single parent, make it through a stormy season. But I can't do that if I'm just making it barely by myself. So Lord, make me a blessing. Well, after hearing this word today, I know that you're blessed, and you should know it as well. But let me tell you something. I want you to also understand the greatest blessing in your life is to know Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. Now, today, we have 3 different invitations. You can either text the word SAVED in, or you can text the word CONNECT or DAILY. If you need to be saved, text that in right now, and someone will get with you. Today, the information right there at the bottom of the screen. And then if you want to be connected to us, no matter where you are, all you got to do is text in the word CONNECT. And then thirdly, want to be a part of our daily devotions, just do that by texting in daily. Last but not least, I need you to make a great decision to be with us every morning at 7:14 for prayer. Now, let me tell you something. There is absolutely no way to start your day like starting it with the power of God in prayer. Morning glory is a must. Now, you got to get up tomorrow morning and join us at 7:14. The information is at the bottom of the screen. And I tell you what, man, there's nothing like when 2 or 3 of us come together. What about 50 or 60, 70, or even 100 come together? You know how much power is in that? Join us for prayer as we petition heaven on your behalf. Well, beloved, I know you're taking advantage of one of these great invitations, great opportunities. Your destiny is hinging on your decisions. And today, make a good decision to do one of those things I've just introduced you to. Now, at this time, let's get ready to give. Let's remember that tithing is God's way, not just the best way, the only way to be blessed. Now, I want you to remember this. Tithing takes the curse off your life. You want to be blessed. God says, I will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. Now, you look around your house and see if you don't have more windows than you have doors. God said, I'm going to have blessings coming from every direction when you learn to obey me. Secondly, I need you to sow good seed into good ground and watch God bring forth our great harvest for you. Now, let me tell you, God can't trust you with that little seed that you have. You'll never be able to be trusted with the great harvest that He has coming your way. Release it so you can receive the things that God has for you in this season. There's great blessings awaiting you. Let's get ready for them. Well, beloved, until next time, I want you to remember this. I absolutely want you to be blessed like never before. But until next time, remember this. I love me some you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you next time.